After a turbulent last couple of months, Airbus is racing against the clock to reach a delivery target of 770 aircraft this year. Now, the plane maker is slated to report its November deliveries, which reached 80 units, and therefore represented a substantial rise over previous months when struggles were felt across the multiple aircraft programs that it has. The delivery of 80 aircraft also comes at the perfect time for Airbus to look to build this momentum and begin resolving existing supply chain difficulties to ensure that 2025, at the very least, if not fully stable, is a little bit better for the plane maker. It must be mentioned at the very least that typically the end of the year is among the more busy periods for aircraft deliveries at plane makers such as Airbus. For example, last December, they delivered over 100 aircraft. It really was that last-minute push. Thanks to 80 planes being shipped off, Airbus has now reportedly reached 640 deliveries for the year thus far, which is still significantly shy of its end-of-year target. When Airbus published its forecast at the end of 2023, it was clear in its ambition to reach 800 aircraft deliveries in 2024. These 800 represented a jump of around 80 units from the 720 figure that was targeted for last year. The European manufacturer hoped that supply chains would stabilise and smoothness would be brought to the business, allowing for an increase in overall output rates. While the 800 target was considered to be ambitious, there was optimism that it would be reached as the year went on. However, it was all but smooth, and quickly Airbus knew that that target would be without of reach and it would need to rectify its end-of-year tally. And following this realisation, Airbus adjusted its yearly expectations and shot for 770 deliveries, a reduction of 30 units, which it felt was a more modest total. With 640 deliveries for the year, we know that Airbus still has quite a long way to go before reaching its end-of-year targets. However, they will be encouraged considering that in December 2023, they were able to ship off closer to 110 aircraft, indicating that there is some promise there that they'll be able to reach what they want. The month will be remembered for its many positives. The November figure is one of the best in the last 6 years, and again I'll state, can be viewed as something to build upon. Supply chains, engine issues, part shortages, and even related problems in acquiring key cabin parts have really plagued at plane makers' attempts to build aircraft on time, and then don't even get me started on the related issues in shipping them actually off to their respective customers. As such, output numbers haven't been where most had wanted them to be. When you factor in the global pandemic, it's been a tough few years, and so many of these companies are trying to move past all this in a positive direction, but ultimately it is just taking longer than maybe what would have been imagined. 2025 will act as another clean slate for Airbus as they work towards having a more successful and also stable operation, and leaping even further ahead of their competitor Boeing in terms of output. We know the competitor is one that's struggled massively with regards to this and is only now slowly increasing it once more up to a rate that they're being barred at from going any further. So Airbus knows it has an opportunity to really build and get further ahead to a point where Boeing may not be able to compete for many, many, many years, over half a decade we're talking. You can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Does Airbus hit its yearly delivery target, or do you believe it will fall just shy short? And also, if we're looking into 2025, what do you think should be a realistic delivery target for the year for Airbus? Are you shooting for 800 again, or do you think 850, maybe 750? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow for your next recap.
And we'll fly.